film. Yeah, that's what I'm doing now, but films? What do you think about when I say the word films? Is it by any chance it's music? I feel like I live in a very beautiful and cinematic place. Like, if this were to be in a film, I'd have synthesizers, high strings, maybe like a minor second apart with some clashes, and definitely the Jaws theme. Oh wait, that actually might not work. Well, it could, but it doesn't work. Let's try that again. Okay, how about lovely string chords underneath? And then a flute and an oboe having a duet, and maybe some nice brass chords. And like a rhythmic figure to go along with that. Oh, why does that work? Yeah, why does that work? Well, that how or why is basically folk music. With a bit of where, what, which, and just stuff. But it's more about the emotion that it creates. Generally speaking, music is known to create, influence, or change emotion. But in film music, you need to know how to create, influence, and change emotion. But it's maybe time to head back in now because it's really cold.
So, how do you actually become a film composer? The simple answer to that is that there isn't a fixed academic route into film composing. Many composers study music performance, composition, or even technology at a university or conservatoire level. But a formal qualification isn't always necessary.
What matters most is experience. Experience like scoring short films, student films, indie projects, and even building strong portfolios and show reels is often more valuable than academic results alone. Another good way to gain experience and the perfect way to get into the industry is by shadowing and assisting established composers working on films. That is the best way to make professional connections as well. But is having strong connections and, let's say, a degree enough? The simple answer is no. Okay, let's split this into two: musicality and technicality. Musicality over here includes understanding of music theory, harmony, orchestration, and film language, particularly how music interacts with the narrative and creates emotions. Technicality, on the other hand, measures your good hand on DAWs such as Logic or Cubase, and working with notation softwares, and it also includes the ability to sync music accurately to moving pictures. And then, finally, you. Your personality and personal qualities are just as important as these two. Like other music-related professions, film composers also need to be adaptable, disciplined, collaborative, and open to feedback. The ability to work under pressure, meet deadlines, and interpret non-musical direction from directors is crucial. A typical working day as a film composer can be very interesting. That's enough of the Home Alone-esque montage. Let's actually have a look at what film composers do on a normal day at work. Okay, so you've got a film to score. Realistically, you'd only have 5 weeks to score it and perfect it. If you look at a timeline, the first week would include spotting within the film and conceptualizing ideas.
Places such as this, Tower Bridge, have a strong connection with film music because that determines how you write music. If you think about Tower Bridge, you would also think about action films for some reason. I don't know, I think about action films because action films like maybe Mission Impossible. So you write music that suits the place.
Composing would be done in weeks 2 and 3.
I'm at B&Q and I'm looking for a particular type of wood for our garden. And I just thought this relates perfectly with the idea of finding the right sound for a film.
For example, would I like to have this white acrylic wood, which could be a high cello sound? Or would I prefer a more textured, gritty double bass?
Sometimes you might even have to go out of the way and create your own sound and find the type of wood that you want. Like that. On the floor. It could also be outside in a chilly place. Like this. And I've just realised this is a massive B&Q. Similar to sound libraries because they can be massive forward. Just look at that.
With some trial and error, you'd go on composing cues with the ideas that you've got and your new palette. Weeks 4 and 5 include
Mocking up, orchestrating, mocking up again, and then finally recording.
Okay, so now we know a good amount about being a film musician, but how does one go and find work?
Getting work in film music is hard, but keeping it going is often the bigger challenge.
Creatively, one of the biggest challenges is working under a very tight deadline and also revising your work constantly. For example, if you write a lovely theme that you adore and then the director asks you to change it or even rethink it completely, this is why your creative instincts have to be balanced with the director's or anyone else's vision for the film.
On a more personal level, rejection and uncertainty is just part of the job. But the biggest of all is... Yeah, that. Most composers overcome this by building strong routines, collaborating with others, or just developing resilience over a certain period of time. A lot of them also do work other than just film work, like teaching or writing library music. But the simplest way you could overcome this may just be taking a break or going on a run.
In the field of film composition, marketing plays a crucial role in creative development. Composers should actively promote themselves to professional websites, showreels, or social media platforms such as Instagram and YouTube, particularly because about 70% of filmmakers research for collaborators online.
Isn't that crazy?
Networking remains equally important, as studies suggest that about 30 to 50% of opportunities arise through industry networking, and that up to 70% of creative industry roles are filled through personal connections rather than formal recruitment. As a result, many film composers establish their careers through long-term creative relationships with filmmakers rather than a traditional applicational route. Overall, career progression in film music is rarely linear, and although income can be irregular, composers often move between roles such as assistants, independent projects, and work across film, television, games, and commercial media. Opportunities for development extend beyond composing alone, including orchestration, conducting, teaching, and library music. Ultimately, long-term success depends on continued professional development, adaptability, and sustained networking, enabling composers to navigate an evolving, highly competitive industry while remaining emotionally connected to their craft. Music reaches depths that no other art form can reach. And I think that no personal experience in life can reach.
Cut, 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 cut! Why did you say it like that?
Say it like what?
Like you were narrating an ant documentary.
Also, I wasn't even rolling.
What do you mean we weren't rolling?
I thought you said rehearsal.
Does anyone hear that buzzing? Or is that just my mic dying again?
No, this is exactly what I mean. The lighting is wrong, the energy is off, and... Why are you even here?
I was told to stand here.
You're blocking the shot.
Excuse me. I am the shot.
Okay, everyone, reset, we'll start again. This time, feel something.
I am feeling something.
Yeah, confusion. Also, why are you looking at the camera?
Because it's like the ending.
Yeah,